The World Yo-Yo Contest is just a few days away, and the top players from all around the globe are flying into Prague, Czech Republic for their chance at becoming World Yo-Yo Champion. The question is, who will win? Well, I'm Ferstein, two-time World Yo-Yo Champion, and the last time the World Yo-Yo Contest was in Prague, I took home my first world title. I won't be competing this year, but I will be giving the inside look in this video on the top contenders to help you decide who you think will be world champion this year. Starting with player number 1, competing on his home turf from the Czech Republic, Mikul Malik. Malik has dominated the Czech yo-yo scene for over a decade. His high energy and well choreographed routines are always extremely well balanced. And while they've been enough to keep him high in the ranks in the Czech Republic, his technical ability has given him a bit of a hard time when competing on the world stage. That being said, over the last 2 years especially, Malik has leveled up his tricks hard, all while maintaining some of the best routine construction and choreography in the world. Let me tell you, he knows how to get the Czech crowd going, and it wouldn't be right if he wasn't included in this list as a contender for the world title. Next up, from the other side of the world, our first competitor from Japan, Ryuichi Nakamura. After over 10 years of competing, Ryuichi has finally come into his own, capturing his first Japan national title this year. In 2023, when Worlds was in Osaka, Japan, Ryuichi threw down one of the most legendary freestyles ever, but came up just short from the world title in second place. Ryuichi has another level of polish when compared to other players. He has some of the most well choreographed and highly technical routines in the world. In my opinion though, his technical score this year will be dependent on how well he can present the nuances in his tricks. While he executes his tricks almost perfectly, his trick design tends to make it hard on the judges to analyze the difficulty of his tricks in real time. In order to score as high as he deserves, he needs to present his tricks in a way where all the judges can clearly see what's going on. This is a concept that only the best of the best players have mastered, and if Ryuichi has put some time into this concept, this might be his year. Our third player comes from the USA, and after claiming his first national title last year, he's put himself on everyone's radar for a potential world title, Justin Dower. This year, Justin has been a bit undercover, holding off from competing at any US regional contest and building almost an entirely new set of tricks from his previous nationals win. We saw this when he debuted the new tricks at this year's nationals, but even though he earned himself 4th place, it was a bit sloppier than usual. That's pretty typical when players show a new set of tricks, but now that he's gotten that out of the way, he should be due for a clean Worlds routine. Justin's tricks are extremely technical with a focus on rejections and unique string maneuvers. They've even earned him the nickname the Dark Magician among the yo-yo scene. Let's see if Justin hits the Prague stage ready to duel. Next up, also from the USA, Hunter Ferstein. Hunter has been a dominant competitor for the last 5 years, and while he's had his fair share of US regionals wins, he has yet to earn himself his first US national or world title. After placing top 3 at the last 4 US national contests in a row, and taking home 3rd place at last year's Worlds, Hunter has proven he has what it takes to potentially win. Hunter plays the game smart, he's got a well-rounded set of tricks, and he ticks every box of trick style better than most players. Hunter's kryptonite though is major deductions. If he can stay away from those major mistakes and properly rock the stage in Prague this year, he might just hear his name called for 1st place. Player number 5 comes from the Republic of Korea, the current Korean national champion, Sung Jae-hui. Jae-hui has exploded in the yo-yo scene in the last couple years, and coming off a 4th place finish at last year's Worlds, he's on a lot of people's radar for a potential world champion. Jae-hui is known for having some of the most wild horizontal tricks, with over half the tricks in his Korea Nationals routine this year being horizontal. That being said, judges on the Worlds panel are especially strict when it comes to the angle of the yo-yo during horizontal tricks. And if his yo-yo isn't horizontal enough for those strict judges, it may hurt his technical score. But if he's improved his horizontal angle since his Korea Nationals routine, we may see one of the highest scoring technical routines ever. Next up, we have another player from the USA, someone who has been competing longer than most of the competitors on this list. In the last 2 years, he's completely leveled up his game, so much that he placed 2nd at this year's US Nationals, Chandler Steel. Chandler may not have been on most people's contenders list until his most recent US Nationals performance. He set the stage on fire with a super well-balanced routine, incredible choreography, and every type of trick variation you can imagine. One of Chandler's strong suits is his horizontal, where in most of his tricks, the yo-yo reaches close to 90 degrees. That makes those tricks extra difficult and extra high scoring. Sometimes though, Chandler does struggle with committing to the energy level of the performance. But if he gives it his all on stage and leaves nothing behind, Chandler without a doubt will do very well for himself. Next up, bringing it back to Japan, the Hookmaster and Japan national champion Kohi Nishimura. Kohei won his first national title in 2023 and is known for his insanely difficult hook tricks. He also has some of the best horizontal tricks the world's ever seen. Depending on his song choice, his routines have had some incredible choreography, and when matched with clean trick execution, his routines are extremely high scoring. That being said, if Kohei misses just a couple of those really difficult hooks, his routines tend to fall apart. He's good enough where his routines don't have to be perfect for a chance at the world title, he just has to remember to keep his composure after a big miss. There's very few players in the world who are as well polished as Kohei, but does he have what it takes to become world champion? We've arrived to the only player on our list from Australia. This player shocked the yo-yo world last year when he took 5th place in his first ever world contest final, Chen. Alan has a different approach than the rest of the players in the group. He's technical, methodical, and slow. At least until he goes horizontal. At last year's Worlds, Alan had arguably the best horizontal tricks on stage. The contrast this creates when paired with his slow and methodical technical tricks creates a super dynamic routine with a lot of memorable moments. If he can step it up just a bit this year, he may have what it takes to become Australia's first 1A world champion. Next up is the current US national champion, Connor Seals. Connor's been in the game for a long time, and while he has some of the most difficult tricks in the world, he's struggled to hit them on stage in the past. That being said, this year he hit one of the highest scoring routines ever to claim his first US national title. Connor has a combination of extremely difficult arm tricks, whips, neck tricks, horizontal, and really any trick you can think of. Not only that, but he's mastered the judging system and is very strategic with his trick choice. If he can go clean, his routine construction will shine, and it's possible that he might bring back the world title to the USA for the first time since 2019. The second to last player on the list, reigning from the Czech Republic, again with the home court advantage, he was the runner-up at last year's World Yo-Yo Contest, Yakub Dles. Yakub is normally like the villain at the yo-yo contest, lurking in the shadows, but if he can pull off a world win in his home country, he'll be the hero. His routines are jam-packed with difficult tricks, and his efficiency is at the top of the game. He fits more tricks into 3 minutes than a lot of players can fit into 4, and he managed to almost win last year without even having a single horizontal trick. This year though, if the other players level up, it's going to be hard for Yakub to win without that variety. If he can become the hometown hero though, it would be legendary for the Czech yo-yo scene. And finally, the last player on the list, 2-time and current World Yo-Yo Champion, the phenom from Korea, Mir Kim. After his absolute dominance at the 2023 World Yo-Yo Contest in Osaka, Japan, Mir proved to everyone he's the miracle of the yo-yo world. Most people are expecting a three-peat from the current champion, but the thing is, nobody knows what he's going to bring to the stage this year. We haven't seen him compete in a year, and while everyone's extremely confident in his ability, everyone's wondering the same thing. Has he stuck with the same set of tricks and will rely on hitting an almost perfect routine again? Or has he been in the lab, creating a new set of tricks that will dominate the contest like he did in 2023? Well, there's only one way to find out, by watching this year's World Yo-Yo Contest Finals in Prague. If you're attending the contest, come find me as a platinum sponsor at the Yo-Yo Champion pop-up store. And if you won't be attending, make sure to tune in to the live stream of the contest. The details will be in the description. Good luck to every player competing. May they all play like champions, and may the best player win.